Very first time me and PRhyme ever got together and worked, it was a song called My Friend. I believe it was 99. That was our first time. And the journey since then, you know, like a lot has changed. Back then, that first day, it was more like a feel out kind of a process. And I was more of a fan than anything, you know, like I was way more of a fan than an artist. It took me a little while to kind of like put that layer of myself aside and just, you know, treat him like a regular person in order to get good music done. So it was kind of like when we did that first record, it was like I didn't make any suggestions. I just did whatever he said. And then after a while, after I got older and we became friends, it kind of turned into, yo, PRhyme, what do you think about this idea? And then I started noticing how open he was to my ideas. You know what I mean? So then, you know, it just kind of blossomed into that kind of relationship, like a creative relationship. That's really pretty much the only thing that's changed. I mean, other than that, the mind frame is still the same. We still both shoot to make the best record possible, best project possible, or whatever we could do and make it the best. And neither one of us are willing to settle. You know, he'll be like, yo, I'm gonna change such and such, or I'll be like, I'm gonna change such and such. Every now and then, PRhyme will be like, no, that's good how it is. Don't change it, trust me. And I'll be like, all right, you know what I mean? But other than that, we pretty much agree. You know, we pretty much see eye to eye. And I think that's why we're able to do full projects together, you know, in relatively no time.
But when we did My Friend, working on that first session and just, you know, just meeting Royce for the first time, if I work with somebody new, I always base it off of something I heard, even if it's a demo, to get me to want to work with it. You know, Mobb Deep's one of the first groups I ever heard because Large Professor brought them to me, and as soon as I heard them spit, I was like, yeah, okay, I'll do it. And you know, I was motivated by the affiliation. It's either the affiliation with somebody that I'm familiar with, I'm open by the demo. So I'd already heard Royce spit on the Bad Meets Evil 12-inch Nothing to Do and Scary Movie. And I was doing underground radio at the time. Whenever you get a new artist record back then, you know, you were getting vinyl promos. And for DJs, we're addicted to promos. It's like, oh, promos is in the mail. You see stacks of those boxes with the square, and you know it's gonna be brand new, and it says promo use only. And even if the labels, you know, artwork is colored in the store, the promo's always white and just has the black writing, and that DJs love having that. And so when I got the promo version, the first thing that threw me off was it had, you know, girls in you know, leather and, you know, almost butt naked on the front. And then when I flip it over, it shows Eminem and Royce, and I see John Schechter is the label owner. You know, because I'm a credit guy, so I always read who owns it, what's the address, all that, phone numbers, everything. When I saw that, and then it's produced by Reef, and I used to see Reef all the time, him, Matty C, and all them when they, you know, when they put Biggie on, and all of them, those guys into the atmosphere of being, you know, recognized. All of that is really what made me go, well, they gotta be good then if Reef is involved, or John Schechter even involved, being I already had a connection with them from us knowing each other, being at the same clubs, same everything, all the stuff at that time during the 90s, you know, to get into the club that they wouldn't let you into, we were all in that same circle. So that's already what made me go, well, the record's got to be good. As soon as I threw it on, I heard Nothing to Do. I liked it. But when I flipped it over to Scary Movie, I was just like, boom. And I put it in regular rotation heavy every week. I would play it hard body when people were calling me, asking me, who is that? You know, and I was like, yo, it's Bad Meets Evil. It wasn't Eminem and Royce 5'9". It was Bad Meets Evil because that's what I thought the group was, which it obviously is. But right there, I was already familiar with Eminem, but I wasn't familiar with Royce. So to hear them trading off like they were and just doing all the back and forth, and then they both had the lines, I was like, all right. And then from there, I heard a freestyle that he did over the David Axelrod sample that Dre used for next episode, but no drums, just him rhyming over the boom, dum, 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 and then the boom, and he was so wild with it. It was so not like the 12-inch. It was like, damn, okay, this dude got different gears, and that let me know, all right, he's versatile as an MC. He's not one-dimensional. He's witty and funny on this one. This one, he's rhyming like, yo, I hate all you rappers. I will kill you. And Mr. Dave approached me. He was part of the Gangstar Foundation, you know, and he had a job up at Tommy Boy. And he said, yo, how would you feel about working with Royce 5'9"? I was instantly like, yes. I wouldn't like, well, let me hear some more stuff. I was already convinced. So that's when this is how I am. If I had to do one record with you versus doing 3 or 4, I already have to approach it a certain way because you're only getting that one song. If we're doing 3 or 4, then I'm going to go, okay, well, I'm going to do one that's going to be slow. I'm going to do one that's kind of medium tempo. I'm going to do one that's a different bounce. Like, I already start to format my brain that way. But when it's just one, and they had played me a couple of the joints he was already going to do for the album, I kind of felt like, you know what, let me just do one that's a nice tempo, that regular 93, 94, 95 area, and let him get busy. I didn't know what he was gonna write about. And then when he did to My Friend, it was just so clever and funny. Anybody that's male could relate to it, but females could relate to it too. And if they couldn't, it's a good way to explain it to a chick. So it's like, all right, we're in there. And that's how My Friend jumped off.
He said, I'm buying a one-way ticket and I'm not going here until I get an album. And so for me, it's all about dedication.
But Madonna, you know, she's sitting there like, telling the kids, you know who this is? This is Big Daddy Kane. He's a famous rapper.
And they was like, no, you Gangsta Gibbs. You need to have this. And so, because I'm Gibbs, they just felt that I just wanted an AK-47 with me at all times.
They're trying to provoke black people into getting into a racial war.